Right, god damn you. It's better. So I've got my KDs, that's the blower motor resistor. I would call this a transistor, this one, to be honest with you, because it looks a bit more involved. You can see all the corrosion on it, so it's probably knackered. So there's power going in but nothing coming out of it, so I want to open up just how he looks and see. Right, so I've got no working blower motors on this Mercedes. Checked all the other fuses in the main fuse box in there. Right, there's nothing that would be for a blower motor. There's a 50 and there's a 40, none of them are blown. So you look through the data, there's got to be a big fuse for this blower motor which is in there, right, which is turning, so it's not seized up or anything like that. So, but we've got power into the resistor and nothing out, so I thought it was a resistor, so managed to get a donor one, tried it and it's still not the same, so thankfully I've never condemned it for a new one. I didn't pay for it. I did condemn it for a new one, but thankfully I had realised before we got it, because it's not that. So, but according to the data, and I've had to read this all, and go into my manual, Haynes Pro, and then go into the internet, and then just confirm, because it's conflicting data, to be honest with you. It can happen with prestige cars with extra bits on them, like accessories and stuff like that. It can be loads of fuses, so, but going with the data, there should be a 60 amp fuse in here, which is a sealed unit, so we're going to try and see if we can get in to test it at least, So, but I will need to take a wee picture of that down there, how that all goes. So there's our FL160 60 amp air conditioning evaporator housing. When we go up and we actually read Mercedes BENZ World, whatever that is, and we come down to 160, eco stop start and the blower regulator. So it's actually telling us it's a 50 amp fuse. So 160 without eco stop start is a spare, eco stop start is a blower regulator, right? So we go back 160, it's telling us. Go back to the Haynes Pro, 160, right, so if we were looking at it for there, right, you can see that's how it looks. We look on the back there, pin number 1 is 160, so you can see it's all kind of sealed, so, I don't know, so it must be, I wonder if I could test to see if it's blown if I just go into that one there, pin 160, pin 1, and that bolt there. Let's see what happens, see if we get continuity on it. So, let's see, give that a go. Right, so one Mercedes blower motor, not getting any power. This is a donor regulator, right? You see it's marked because it's a donor one. So with power in, nothing down to the motor. So this is the two for the motor, goes in like that. So with power into here, nothing out of there, down to these two wires. So I had assumed it was that. I've now checked all the fuses on the car, right? And I have checked the wiring to the mega amp fuse, right? So the 60 amp fuse. I've checked the mega amp fuse and I can't see anything wrong with that either. So we'll check the wire all the way back. There must be something inside this that knows there's a dead short. Because it looks like, Jesus, oh, I've got a sore back in the guys. So it looks like, if you look wherever it was, where was it? It's quite hard to see it, but in here somewhere there was a wire that I had just spotted that looked broken. Let's see if I can find it again. Right, so just in there, right, it is hard to see, right, but it looks like the solder. Looks like that's separated in there. So I can't even get power, put power directly down on it and nothing happening, so I'm going to try and join that back together and it'll just hopefully confirm. Right, so I have soldered a bit of wire in there. Okay, so I've put a new solder joint in there with a bit of wire right now. It's just wrapped in there, and then there's a couple of dots of solder on that as well, just to hold it. I've now tested it and it is working again, so I need to put it all back together, build all that back up, and then see where we're at. So, and then we'll maybe just need to put a new blower and a new resistor on it, because there must be something in here that tells that don't give me power, I'm not right, don't give me power, I'm not right. But there's nothing in the wiring diagrams to show you, you know, that, if you like. So all the fuses seem good. The only one we had to open up to check was that one in there, right? So that one there, that's the 100 amp. It's this black bit there, it's a 60 amp. Okay, so we'll put this back together inside the housing and see what happens. Well, there's your answer. There you go, that's that fixed in for now. The blower motor's just clipped in, it's no sat in there, it's just in the hole. And nothing's going to come out of there, but you can clearly hear that's working. Yeah, it's still tucked up right in that hole. So I need to mess about with it a wee bit more, and then it'll be a decision, what do we do? Do we put another blower motor on it and see, take it from there? So there you go. So that's all back together. Obviously I've got a few bits to put back in, tidy the wires up, and that's your battery cover basically, right? It's a big vent, but it's basically covering up the battery. You can see there's a load of air blowing down there because that's not all the way home, so the vent is just blowing air everywhere because it's not in the right location, but at least it lets us see it working. So there you go, one Mercedes with no fault codes to be found. We did find the battery clamp just lying loose in there, so we'll be able to put that back together for the guy as well. So it's not how we put cars together, you know, you put a new battery in it, put a clamp on it, you know what I mean? Take the clamp off, put a clamp on, you know, all that jazz. So like I said, rather sore back. You see all the box of tricks for checking wires and stuff like that, so there you go. Working at the moment anyway. So we'll take it from there, we'll crack on again tomorrow, and at least we know it's working with what's caused it anyway, so we've got to the bottom of the diagnosis at least.